comedian. So let's welcome to the stage Meital Abraham.
Thank you, Jen, for saying I have a funny name. I already know that. What's up, Midnight? I have a big nose. Yeah, it's been pretty windy lately, and my shit kind of functions like a wind vane. Like if we get a strong wind from the east, I'm just like, ooh, I guess we're walking this way now. Yeah, it's a big one. It's the only thing stopping me from trying cocaine. Yeah, it's simply too long of a passageway. Like, you know when the salmon swim upstream and they look like they're really struggling? It would be kind of like that. Yeah. If you haven't caught on by now, I'm Jewish. Praise! I went to a really Jewish school growing up. It was so Jewish that when we read The Great Gatsby, all the kids thought that Tom and Daisy Buchanan were Tom and Daisy Buchanan. And the teacher had to be like, no, listen, yes, there's big money involved. No, that doesn't make it a Jewish tale. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, my name is Meital. It's a Hebrew name. When I go to Starbucks, they call me Mandy. But when I go to Arby's, they usually just point at me and call me Jew. It's kind of weird. I'm just kidding, though. I've never stepped foot in a motherfucking Arby's. Ew. Because, you know, I care about my body, but one thing that you won't catch me doing is going for a run, like for exercise, because I think that's bullshit. Especially like the runner's high that everyone loves so much. Like, why would I put myself through a sustained period of misery for like maybe a brief moment of ecstasy at the end? Like if that was my mentality, I'd be into, I don't know, like fishing. Or having sex with men. Yeah, I tried to write a joke about foreskin today, but I haven't fleshed it out yet. The other day I saw a picture of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with like a full head of hair. That shit freaked me out. Like, imagine if you came home and your boyfriend's dick had a full head of foreskin. Like, that would creep you out, right? Okay, you know, it's kind of weird when you expect something to be bald and then it's just not. Like, if my dad walked in tomorrow with a full head of hair, I'd be like, whoa, why haven't you paid your fucking child support, dude? And then I'd snatch his weave. When I was in middle school, I was a very curious kid. But I didn't have Google on my phone like we do now. So luckily for me, Urban Dictionary had a number that you could text. And they would send you back the definition of any word that you wanted to know. So I added it into my phone as Urban Dictionary. Whenever I needed to know something, I just typed you and I sent away because, you know, no one's name starts with you, right? So imagine the palpitations of my 13-year-old heart when I realized that I just sent the command, define jizz, to my uncle. Have any of you done that? Asked your uncle define jizz? Not asked, that's a straight up fucking command though, like define jizz, motherfucker. What about what's bukkake? Because I asked that too. I never learned. And the weirdest part was that he always had an answer for me. Like if I were to be like, define BBW, he would be like, I'm so hungry. Only some people get that. Yeah, but we've never discussed it in person, never talked about it, mostly because of the restraining order. Yeah, one Thanksgiving he decided to ask me if I needed help cleaning up my dirty Sanchez. Nobody was thankful that year. None of us, yeah. But I am still pretty curious about some things, so I'm blocked. But if anybody wants to ask my uncle some questions for me, I'd love that if you could do that on my behalf. You know whose name leaves a nasty taste in my mouth? Stuart Little, the mouse. Because I don't know how well you remember that film or how they acquired Mr. Stewart. But there was no Petco run. No, they waltzed their asses into a human orphanage full of children looking for a home and a family to love them. And they walked out with a rat, right? Like imagine, like, you know what, Timothy, you're a great kid. We would really love to have, you know what, Kelsey, you are so smart, and some family's gonna be lucky to have you, but you know what, we've made our decision, kids. We're gonna go home with the health code violation. Yep. Now we'll spice up suburbia a little bit. Yeah, it's fucked up. It is. But I will say that I prefer that version of Stuart Little to the book version, in which Stuart is actually birthed by a human woman. Let's unpack that, right? Like you thought Mom went to the bathroom at Chuck E. Cheese. No, man. She's hanging out in the janitor's closet, shagging Charles E. Cheese and making Stuart Little, right? And guess what? He's your brother now. Not your pet. You're equal. And like imagine you go to get an ultrasound, you're gonna have a baby, it's incredible, and the doctor looks you in the eyes and she goes, ma'am, it's a rodent. And you say, you know what? God must have a plan. I'll name him Stuart. And we're supposed to think it's cute, right? Like, because he's wearing a little knit sweater. Oh, I don't think that shit's cute. Fucking give me the coronavirus. All right, thank you so much. That's my time. My name is